When we talk about hudud, a past leader like to assure non-Muslim that hudud only affects the Muslim. I think this is misleading. This is a lie. Because in order to implement hudud, they have to amend the constitution. And once they amend the constitution, our position legally is also affected. At present, we have the Sharia law which applies to the Muslim and the civil law which applies to the non-Muslim. But when we have hudud, then it becomes a more complicated picture. I give a simple example of a non-Muslim lady being raped by a Muslim man. Now, complication will arise. The Muslim man will obviously be tried by hudud, under the hudud law. And that means this poor lady, the alleged victim, has to find 4 reliable Muslim witnesses as her witness. And you know this is impossible. And the non-Muslim will then be judged under the Muslim law. This is very simple illustration. A more serious social economic impact of hudud is that hudud in the world is regarded as going against human rights, chopping and stoning a person to death. So any country that practices hudud will never attract tourists. It will affect the service sector. It will affect our attempt to draw what we call foreign direct investment. And when all these are affected, the non-Muslims are affected. Imagine if they insist in closing down Genting, that provides employment to 19,000 people and generate income of direct and indirect probably billions. So the non-Muslim will definitely be affected. The whole country will be affected. I would say that we will walk many steps backwards, and the Kuala Lumpur Stock Exchange, have said openly, will drop easily 400 to 500 points. And when the stock exchange drops, they say the stock market is the barometer of the health of an economy of a nation. And when it drops 400 to 500 points, all the people who use their share to pledge in order to get loan will also be recalled. So hudud affects every Malaysian irrespective of whether you are a Muslim or a non-Muslim. So we hope all non-Muslim do not be conned by PAS. Do not be misled by DAP. DAP, I've described them as politically impotent and a political unit when it comes to controlling PAS. Why do I say so? If you look at Kelantan and Kedah, where DAP is a partner of Pakatan Rakyat, and they form the state government, and they have been imposing Islamic values on non-Muslim, and DAP has done nothing. So, friends, hudud affects all people, including non-Muslim. Another lie is that when you have hudud, you have better, what we call, security. But if you look at in the world, there are 11 nations that practices hudud. 8 are recognized as 1, most unsafe in the world. 2, the most corrupted. 3, some of the poorest nations in the world are those that practices hudud. So I can rattle off a few names just to share with you. Pakistan, Iran, Afghanistan, Iraq, Somalia, Nigeria. These are countries which are internationally recognized as very corrupted nation, internationally recognized as unsafe. So, friends, do not be misled by PAS. Do not be misled by the DAP. Hudud affects all races in this country, and the whole country will be affected. Bye-bye.